Hi, my name is Alexander, and this is Broken Canada. If you signed for a new construction home in North America in the last 20 years, whether you paid $400,000, $600,000, or close to $1 million, the electrical system inside your walls was likely designed to survive the warranty period and nothing further. There is a house 2 blocks from you wired in 1925 that is still running on its original system, while the wiring in your 2018 home is already on borrowed time. Today I will show you why, who is responsible, and the one rule that can save you from the most expensive failure inside your walls. A year ago, I sat down with a man who spent 30 years as an electrical inspector in Ontario. He said something I cannot unhear. Code compliant does not mean built to last. The Canadian Electrical Code and the National Electrical Code in the United States, every version, is a minimum safety standard, the lowest legal bar a builder has to clear to transfer the deed and end their liability. It says nothing about year 10, 15, or 20. Volume builders have built their entire electrical scope around it. You assume the outlet in your wall is permanent. It is not. In a volume-built home, that outlet was almost certainly wired using a technique called backstabbing, speed wiring. Instead of wrapping the stripped copper wire under the screw terminal on the side, where the screw clamps it with mechanical force, the electrician pushes the wire into a spring clip hole on the back. The spring is the only thing holding the connection. Backstabbing takes 60 seconds. Wrapping takes 5 minutes. Multiply by 75 devices, and you save your subcontractor 4 hours per house. Multiply by 5,000 homes a year, and you understand the system. Then, time does what time does. Current heats the copper, it expands and contracts, and the spring loses tension. Resistance climbs, copper oxide forms and acts like a resistor. And fire investigators say the terminal can reach 700 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to ignite the wood framing. Your circuit breaker never trips because there is no short to ground. The Consumer Product Safety Commission tracks roughly 5,300 residential outlet fires a year. The National Fire Protection Association puts annual property damage from home electrical malfunction at $1.4 billion. 40 people a year die from this exact failure mode, behind a faceplate they never thought to remove. 2 words on the back of every electrical device in your home almost nobody tells you to look for. One is residential, the other is specification, shortened to spec or commercial. Residential grade sounds reassuring. It was made to be the cheapest UL-listed device that legally satisfies the National Electrical Code, nothing further. A residential outlet costs the builder 50 to 75 cents. A spec-grade outlet used in offices, hospitals, and schools costs about $3. The standard governing both is UL 498. Residential outlets are rated for about 5,000 mating cycles. Spec-grade outlets are rated for 30,000 to 50,000. The brass contacts are thicker, the spring tension higher. The screw terminals take more torque without stripping. Your builder did not save you money. They used your money to save themselves money, and they will be long gone before you find out. A standard new build has 70 to 100 outlets, switches, and dimmers. The per-device savings from going residential grade is around $2.50, roughly $200 per house in pure margin on a line item the buyer cannot see. Across 200 homes, $40,000 of profit on outlets alone. When those contacts wear out in years 8 to 15, the homeowner pays $150 to $250 per outlet to replace them. A whole home device swap runs $4,000 to $8,000. The electrical panel is the brain of the system. Builders install the cheapest UL listed load center the code accepts, with the cheapest breakers on the smallest service amperage allowed. In a 4,000 square foot home with an EV charger, heat pump, induction range, and home office, that often means 100 or 125 amps handling a load that should be 200. Lugs corrode. Bus bar connections loosen across thousands of thermal cycles. Cheap AFC eye breakers nuisance trip until the homeowner swaps them for non-arc fault versions, which is illegal but routinely done. Underwriters, laboratories ran a multi-year study called the Residential Electrical System Aging Research Project. They surveyed homes built from the 1920s through the 1970s that were scheduled for demolition, and they tested the wiring. Their conclusion was that undisturbed copper wire installed from the early 1960s onward was, in their published language, close to new in resistance and dielectric potential. The International Inspectors Association documents that porcelain insulators in 1920s knob and tube wiring have, in their words, an almost unlimited lifespan. The wire from 1925 is still working in thousands of homes today. The wire from 1965 is fine. The wire in your 2024 home is fine. The wire has never been the failure point. The failure point is whatever your builder paid the least to install around it. A panel replacement runs $2,500 to $6,000. A full electrical rebuild on a builder-grade home 20 years in can run $15,000 to $25,000. So who is responsible? Volume builders are not electricians. They are logistics companies hiring per-device subcontractors paid by the punch list. A builder doing 5,000 homes a year saves close to $1 million annually on the residential versus spec-grade decision alone, before backstab labor or the bargain panel. The National Electrical Code permits every part of it. A safety standard that explicitly does not measure longevity is not a quality standard. It is permission. This is the framework 30-year electricians, independent home inspectors, and forensic fire investigators all land on. Number 3. If you are buying new construction, write into the purchase agreement that all devices must be specification or commercial grade with screw terminal wiring throughout. Get it signed and hire an independent electrical inspector for a pre-drywall walkthrough at $400 to $600. The builder will tell you the upgrade adds $1,500 to the build. Pay it. Number 2. Late 1990s to early 2000s, housing stock is genuinely undervalued. Copper was fully standard. The worst aluminum branch wiring had been ripped out, and the volume builder model had not yet captured the trades. Number 1. Any home of any era where the previous owner already replaced the panel and devices with spec-grade components is the most important case. A 1962 brick rancher with a 2019 panel upgrade and proper screw terminal outlets is a better electrical system than a brand new 2024 build. Your insurance company already knows this. Ask yours about the premium difference between an upgraded older home and a builder-grade new construction. The number will tell you everything. If you do nothing else tonight, do one thing. Remove the faceplate on any outlet. Pull the device forward 1 inch. If the wires enter holes in the back instead of wrapping around the screws on the side, you have a backstabbed device. 5 minutes, and you know what kind of system you bought. The wire was never the problem. The wire is the only thing in your electrical system your builder did not choose by lowest price. Your builder's incentive was to pass an inspection on the day you closed. Your incentive is to live in that house for 30 years. Those incentives have never aligned. If this saved you from an expensive mistake, subscribe to Broken Canada. Next week, we are going inside the electrical panel. There is a specific brand of breaker installed in millions of North American homes that consumer safety regulators have linked to failures to trip on fault conditions for decades. We are naming the brand. We are showing you how to identify it in 60 seconds in your own panel. I will see you then.